Hey guys, this is Vicky with Southern Cross Recreation. I picked up this 18-inch grapevine wreath from Walmart and I loved it because it was shaped like an egg. This little Easter rabbit also came from Walmart in these picks. I've got this one and then these flowers, y'all, are so pretty. So check your Walmart. Okay, the first step, and I don't know why, but my camera did not record this, but I'm going to show you what I did to attach the rabbit. I took a barbecue skewer and I went through the entire bottom of the rabbit. Then I pulled the barbecue skewer back out, and then I threaded this floral wire onto the barbecue skewer, and then I pushed it back through the rabbit. Pulled it out of the other side of the rabbit so that the rabbit was actually free floating on that wire. Then I just wired the rabbit in. That's all I did, and then hot glued. Okay, so the first step I did with these flowers, I pulled them all apart, pulled the leaves off, and then I cut the picks apart. Made me some little piles so that I knew exactly what I had in order to work with. Okay, what I try to do, and if you've been on my page for very long, then you know that I try very hard to kind of place my flowers onto my wreath just to kind of get an idea before I actually hot glue them. And I don't put all of them in, but I do get an idea of exactly kind of how I wanted to do it and how far up. And these flowers I'm only going to do up one side, down the bottom, and then just a little bit in front of the rabbit. I absolutely love these colors together. If you cannot find these at your Walmart, I know that a lot of times, that's what happens. Just check your Hobby Lobby or your Michaels, and I'm sure these colors are really popular this year, so you should be able to find something similar to these. Okay, since my wreath is going to be on my front door, I want to make sure we do get quite a bit of wind here in Tennessee, and so I wanted to make sure that I try to wire in as most of what I can. I don't do every single flower, but the base, like this one, is going to have a lot of flowers on top of it. And so I really wanted to get it a good solid base. So you just take your floral wire and then just wire it and hot glue it to your grapevine wreath. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of mimic what I started off doing, just kind of placing them, and this is kind of how they came out. Now I do try to place the flowers different directions because, as you know, flowers do not all grow uniformed. So you want to try to put some going some way, some going the opposite way. Now, I also try to get several different types of green leaves in order to accent your flowers. And so even if the flowers that you buy do not have a lot of leaves on them, just pick up just a plain pick with leaves and you can pull them off, and the variations of color just really make your wreath stand out. And then again, what I'm doing is I'm wiring and hot gluing. Again, I don't do every single flower, but the majority of them I do, just because it's going to be outside. Now, if this was going to be like, you're inside of your home or something like that, then obviously you wouldn't have to wire those in. But Walmart did an excellent job getting these flowers. Now, these, I love them because they're, a lot of times when you get flowers or you look at flowers, sometimes they're plastic, and I try to veer away from those as much as I can. And sometimes Walmart is pretty guilty about that. They do have a lot of the plastic flowers. But these, y'all, these were just like right up my alley. And so I picked up some of these, and I just think the colors are absolutely beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to continue around my wreath. Again, you're just going to trim your stems off. Now, these were pretty tough. These little clippers I have are usually pretty good at clipping these, but these stems of these flowers are super thick, so you may end up having to use a different set of clippers than you normally do. But I do want to take just a minute while you're watching to thank you so much for being on my page. I just am just amazed at like how kind and the conversations that we have, and the different things that you guys message me. It just warms my heart that you guys kind of like the things that I'm doing. And so I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for passing the videos down the road, which means share. And just like and comment. And again, if you do need supplies, just message me supplies and I'll get those right out to you. Okay, I am taking a barbecue skewer and I am poking these, just, obviously with the hot glue, just poking them down into the underneath the grapevine wreath there. And then I also wanted to show you how the variations, I have some of the leaves going one way and some going the other. And that just gives it a lot of just uniqueness about it. And again, nature is just, it kind of does its own thing. And so just don't get super stressed when you're making these that maybe some things are just not as uniform as you would like them. Just keep that in mind that, nature kind of does its thing, and nothing grows, exactly straight up or, in a row. I did speed the video up a little bit, but you get the gist of kind of what I'm doing. And just, you'll notice how I did what I was just talking about with the different colors of green, how I tried to overlap those greens. And I just think they just complement each other really well. Now, another thing that you could do, you could take a little welcome sign and put in the middle there. You could put it off to the side. I just chose to just leave this cute little rabbit on there all by himself. Just kind of, he's just hanging out in a bunch of flowers, just kind of getting ready for Easter there. And this is a really great spring wreath too. This doesn't really scream Easter, even though with the rabbit in there, I always consider, spring. I see rabbits all the time here in Tennessee. Okay, this bag of ribbon I wanted to share with you. I have shared it before. I did get this off of Amazon, and y'all, the ribbon is just so pretty. All of those come in a bag, and they're just really, really pretty. I didn't like the hole that I had down there at the bottom, so I went ahead and I had an extra flower, so I kind of poked him down there as well. I thought about putting a smaller bow down there, but then the bow that I was kind of thinking more about, it would kind of hide the rabbit there, so I didn't want to do that, so I just kind of filled in a little bit more flowers down there at the bottom. And then I do make a bow for the top. Now, I do get a lot of questions about bows. These are some of just the examples that I do. Now, there's so many different techniques out there. Just find one that you're comfortable with making. They also have some bow makers that you can pick up. I believe Hobby Lobby has them. If you don't feel comfortable, with your hands, just kind of, holding all that in your hands, they do have the bow makers that you can get in order to make your bows. Now, this right here, I absolutely love this. I use this quite a bit in my wreaths, and this is a wire, and it really goes along well with your grapevine wreaths. And so I just like to do some of these little curly cues, just kind of how like just kind of maybe like sticks in the, that you see, or the little vines that you see when you're out in nature. And I just like to poke these kind of down into my wreaths. Now, they do sell this at Walmart. You can get it over in the floral department area. Hobby Lobby does have it as well, but it does have wire in it, so it is super tough, and that's why I kind of roll it around one of my paint brushes in order to get it kind of curly like that. And then you're just going to hot glue this down basically wherever you feel, or however many you want. Okay, this ribbon right here I actually got at Hobby Lobby. Now, this particular bow right here, I just call it, this is just an ear bow to me, because it's just like little ears going back and forth. Now, when you have a bow of material like that doesn't have a different pattern on the other side, that makes it a little bit easier for your bows. So all you're going to do is you're going to gather it, and I left it in slow-mo, or actually regular, so that you could see it, but you just kind of pinch it and then go to the other side, and you're just going to continue to hold those super tight in your hands. And you're just going to make your loops as many as you want. Now, you can go as big or as small as you want. Okay, once you get all of those done, I just take a zip tie because it is a lot of material to try to use a piece of twine. So just take you a zip tie and then zip tie all of those pieces together and get it really super tight. Cut the excess off, and then you're going to just fluff up your bow. And again, this ribbon is pretty easy because it doesn't have a different pattern on the other side. Okay, and once you get that, I just kind of placed it on my wreath to kind of see exactly if it was going to be big enough or if I needed to do something different. I also want to show you something else that I like to do as well. I like to layer the interior of my bow. And so I took this ribbon that I got from Amazon, and then now this you can use a piece of twine. This does not have wire in it. So you do have to kind of, and I'll show you what I do at the end, what I do with it to kind of keep it fluffy. So I just wanted to kind of show you, these are some different techniques that I like to do. And we're also going to add a third one. Okay, I love this green ribbon. We've used it in several of our projects. I got this at Hobby Lobby as well. And I'm going to do the same technique except for the ribbon. And I'll show you right there. See, it has a little lip on the one side, so you're going to have to twist the back to get the ribbon going the same direction, or the same the up pattern. So you have one that's at the top, and then underneath the ribbon, it looks different. So you don't want to not twist those. You don't want to do it like we just did the brown one, if that makes sense. If you have questions, just message me. But in other words, you're going to have to twist that when you get it to the back to make the top of the ribbon show. Okay, and then all the same thing, all you're going to do is use your twine, tie it in the middle, fluff it out, and then we're going to start layering our bows. You're going to tie your the top bow onto the green, and then we're going to tie it onto the brown. And this just kind of gives you more color, just a little bit something different than just your normal bow. How cute did that come out, y'all? I love these colors together. Okay, this was the little trick that I was telling you about. So you can take a little bead of hot glue. If the ribbon that you have does not have wire in that, obviously you wouldn't be able to make it stand up like the base of that ribbon. But you can take a little bead of hot glue and just, hot glue that onto the lower ribbon, and then how pretty are these colors? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you try this. And again, if you do not have exactly these flowers, just, pick some of the flowers that you like. And I hope you try it. Let me know. Pass it down the road for me. Like and comment, and I'll see you next time.